Well, we have reflected on this, and I think that initially, on the basis of the reason that were happening against him, we were not wrong. But on the basis of what he then became in government, we felt he betrayed us. We were wrong for bringing in a fellow who had no respect for the authority and discipline of the organization, albeit having used victimhood as a basis. Even now, we want to be very clear. What he has embarked upon, particularly mobilizing soldiers of Umkhonto Wesizwe, former soldiers of Umkhonto Wesizwe, is a counter-revolutionary act. We must say it for what it is. There's nothing other than that. Any other definition of counter-revolutionary cannot be further than this. In any case, counter-revolution is not just, an individual, it's the actions of an individual. And we've seen this mission. The very same organization that he led, that propelled him to the highest office in the country, just because he no longer leads it, he no longer controls it, believes that it must be removed from power just because he doesn't agree with one man. I didn't agree with him towards his last years in government. We criticized him openly. But you will remember, you can go and check your script. Throughout that time, I kept recognizing him as president, despite that we were differing sharply. But the worst thing that he did when he was in government was state capture. And we said this is corporate capture of the state as a Communist Party, because we wanted to give it a class dimension, the capitalist dimension of the control of corruption in the state. Albeit that in his case, his corrupt fellows were the so-called people that he was creating an impression to be empowering. But the worst was the control by the Gupta families. That it's on record. They went out in public to pronounce who's going to be minister or deputy minister before he makes such decisions. And we fundamentally differed with him on this thing. He knows I confronted him personally about this thing, one-on-one. I confronted him in front of the ANC officials about this role of the Guptas in our state affairs. So it's not something new. But nonetheless, when we confronted him, we were criticizing him constructively so that he can change his ways. Certainly, we failed to do so.